Welcome to the Pilbara. If there's one thing about the outback in Western Australia, the first thing that comes to your mind would be the Pilbara. We get taken around some places that we never knew even existed. This place is so vast, it's so beautiful, so rugged and rough, but so majestic at the same time. Come with us as we start exploring the Pilbara and try our hand at some bushcraft, bush survival, and a little bit of four-wheel driving. But before all the beauty, first comes the journey. I don't think any adventure is truly an adventure without someone's bonnet being lifted up. The good thing is there was plenty of hands on deck to help out, so we got this sorted as quickly as we could, and then we were back on the road heading to our destination. If there's one thing about the Pilbara that we have really noticed is everything is bigger. Bigger trucks, bigger things to tow, bigger, longer roads, and bigger things to get around.
Warning. Highway rail crossing is now active. Please prepare to stop for approaching trains. Warning. 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 Highway rail crossing is now active. Please prepare to stop for approaching trains. Highway rail crossing is now active. Please prepare to stop for approaching trains. Warning. 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 Highway rail crossing is now active. Please prepare to stop for approaching trains.
Even the trains wanted to get in on the action of, hey, I'm big too out here. So after the warning over our UHF, we pulled up for this massive train to just go past. I'd say it was probably about 1.5 beers long.
So that in itself is why you'd have a UHF and why you'd have it on.
Yes.
So you'd have all the people that don't have it on be trying to overtake. We just had a massive triple quad road train, and then you'd try and get around them where we could then, and they would have ploughed into this. So that's why it's important to have your UHF
Yeah,
on.
we bang on about it, but that warning for this, if you didn't know, no good.
No good at all.
Look at the size! What?
Since when do you see these things carrying around?
Oh my gosh!
Spotto, spotto, spotto!
Look at the size of them!
Dad, you just hit the post.
Wow!
Dad, you just hit the post.
Yeah.
After all the action of one of the busiest mine roads we have ever experienced, we finally hit the dirt. And so did the journey to get to our destination. It was rocky, it's hard going, but of course, we give everything a really good go. Just as we feel like we have this track in the bag, we kind of get ourselves into a little bit of a sticky situation. We're on an angle. Huh? Yeah, if you cut up.
Yeah, no, I'll cut down.
Oh, okay.
I'll drop it.
We're in a little bit of an angle. It may have been hard going to get to where we needed to go, but I think after everything, it was all pretty worth it. But I'll let you be the judge. So after a long day of driving, manoeuvring, and a pretty hard going track, we all settled in for the night around the campfire, had a camp oven, and just relaxed for the next day of adventures. And the next day adventures, 4-wheel driving was on the cards. Our friends wanted to show us what was on offer in the area, and we couldn't wait to get out there and explore it with them. This is one of the only areas with fresh running water. So for our 4-wheel driving expedition today, there is a lot of water crossings. And some of the vastest scenery you could ever imagine. The views out here go for miles. The red dirty tracks also go for miles. But we had a lot of fun out here, and then we were straight back to some more water crossings. After all that 4-wheel driving, everybody was starting to get pretty hungry. And it was Chris and mine's turn to cook dinner. And tonight on the menu was pulled pork burgers. We had 12 mouths to feed. So it was time for Kooks in the kitchen.
So, we've got our campy, we've got our little trivet in the bottom. Actually no, we don't even need that, we'll take him out. So he'll just be sitting in there. So all we're going to do is get a little bit of oil, put some oil on the bottom. Then we'll get our pork, we'll put him on, and we'll load up the rest of our stuff on there, get it cooking. So we're just going to chuck in 1 onion. So, a little bit of oil. That much. Just give him a rub around.
Because if they...
You found him?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So we've been saving our scraps. And we made a little makeshift yabby pot. Had some stainless mesh, a bit of tuna tin, scraps and food that we're picking up. Put him in there with them, put him in there.
It's not uncommon for Chris to get a little bit distracted
Take him out now.
at some of the tasks that he has at hand.
We can do.
Sure, what he's doing is a good idea, and it was helpful. We did catch a lot of yabbies. But let's come back to dinner. Dinner is what we need cooked right now. And because Chris gets caught up in his tangents sometimes, he actually forgot to film what exactly he put into his pork to make them so good. But we'll let him off this time because this is the first Kooks in the kitchen that he has done.
Right on right. So, we've got our fire going, had it going. Gonna make some coals.
How's it going?
Good. How are you, wifey?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to dinner. We've had this fire going for a while, so it's produced us some pretty good coals. So what Chris had to do is make a little section for the camp oven, put it in there, put some of the ash and the coals on the base. You don't want to put it straight into your fire. That will most definitely burn your food. And then load those coals on top to create that nice little hot box for Mr. Porky.
Heat in there.
So we'll let that cook away for the next few hours, and we'll see that again when it's ready to be shredded.
What do we got? Oh, you can't get it. Oh, here we go. Look at that. There is gumley. Yep. Flavour. We're on.
Once the pork was ready, Chris pulled it out and put it in this pan and started shredding it. Once again, he's too invested in other things that he didn't film what sauce goes into the meat. But for anyone that is interested, I will put the full recipe in our description. I can promise you it's pretty good and you'll want to try it. We were so excited to eat our pulled pork burgers that we actually completely forgot to film what else goes into them. I make a coleslaw that goes with pulled pork burgers and it is always a hit. So we all served up, had our dinner around the campfire and got ready for what the next day had in store for us.
All right, Kook survival. So we've got our little green stick. We put an old skipping rope around him. Got a bit of bend. We got our top. We got our base plate. We got super carissa. Spindle stick. We've got some cat's tails. We're going to mush up. Got some paper bark and some filings there. So see what we can do. See if we can't make some fire. If you had a bad day, but you made fire.
Can't be that bad. Is everyone making wishes? There's a lot of wishes going on here. Let's see. Yeah, they're hanging. Are they dry? I'm not sure. Oh no! To be able to make fire this way with a bow drill requires a lot of skill and a lot of patience.
Found one.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Arm's burning. We're good. We're burning through something. I can feel it's getting thinner.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Unfortunately for us, we had the patience, but we didn't have the skill. If this was a real survival situation, we all probably would have died from the cold or starvation. After many failed attempts, the good thing is that we are parked up next to water. And where there's water, there's fun. And I think he needed a bit of a cool off. Remember Chris's makeshift yabby pot? I did say it was a good idea. And I did say it did catch us a lot of yabbies.
Animal fat and garlic in here.
Beautiful. What up, Del?
What up?
So we'll get him hot on the makeshift barbie there. We bought that from Bunnings for $99.99 and we tracked it all here, so get that going.
It's like ball, you only get one shot.
Yeah, you can. So we did a bit of an upgrade on that. We chucked a couple of stones on there. The custom Bunnings log didn't come with any trivets or spacers, so.
Not so much anymore.
Oh,
Oh, that was my one.
oh,
The one at the top's my one.
get amongst it.
The one
Oh,
you
it's
took.
gone now.
So lunch is served. Got a whole bunch. So hold him up. That's what you do. Hold it, camera.
Oh, sorry.
You give him a little squeeze on the outside. And then you peel him open. And out, he
Oh, okay. That's
Come.
a lot easier than how I was trying to do it.
should just fall out. Look at that.
Oh, cool. Thank you. As our time here started to draw to a close, there was one more place that our friends wanted to show us. So the next morning, we all packed up and started our long drive back out to the main road to head to where our friends wanted to show us. So we just ate a burger, a very overpriced burger that they got wrong and we had to wait for ages, but that's okay. That's what you get at roadhouses sometimes. But we are heading out to an old mining town, an old asbestos mining town
It's been taken off the map.
that's been abandoned. So that sign is pretty much saying danger asbestos.
I'm punching.
Hang on, just put my window up. And it had like a figure of a person, and then like it was like
No, it was.
Like they were dying.
it's like they were dying from asbestos. So it was like the infection was spreading. That's what the sign was pretty much saying.
So be careful, we're on an old road.
We are on an old road.
And it's covered with dirt.
Yeah, this is cool. So now we're having a little bit of an asbestos lesson, and you were saying,
They make asbestos braces.
yeah, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they had like some sort of carrier or throw asbestos.
And what they were playing in the hills and stuff.
Oh yeah, there were like sand hills or dirt hills. It was like asbestos hills, and like kids were playing in it.
Yeah, and we were saying that when all this mining was happening, so this town was abandoned 20 years ago. So, was it 15? Sorry, 15 years ago. Which really, when you think about it, isn't that long ago. And we were explaining that it was mainly the women and children that were dying from asbestosis because the men would go and mine it, they would come home, the women would do their washing, shake their clothes out, and that they were the ones inhaling the asbestos. And the kids were in and around it and playing in it all the time, and it was a lot of them that was dying. So this town was abandoned, and it was almost like a ghost town, and it was like they just packed up and left, and there were still buildings and all that sorts of stuff. It looks like a lot of them have been knocked down and demolished, so we're hoping that we do see something. But yeah, it's just when you start seeing it and talking about it, it's quite
Shit.
yeah, it's pretty sad really when you think about it.
Oh, it'd be one of the worst ways to die as well.
Yeah, and the kids were just asking a lot of questions about it, and they said why did they keep doing it if they knew it was killing them.
Hey, ask James Hardy that.
It's a little thing called dosh. So I just learned that there was actually people still living in the town 5 years ago. They refused to leave. They were like, no, we're not leaving, we live here, we die here kind of attitude. And the lady that used to live here has obviously left now, and after she left, all of the old buildings and everything were then bulldozed. So they were saying that last time they were here, there was a cafe that was still on the corner.
I think there were a heap of houses.
And all that sorts of stuff. So that'd be why there's nothing now, because the last kind of resident has left, and
Trashed the place.
and
Knocked
they've
it
just
all
come
down.
and bulldozed it. And I have a chunk here. I'll put it in the sun. You can see. That's the asbestos fibres. yeah, it's cool. It's very interesting. After being here and seeing it for ourselves, and we took a step back in time to how life used to be amongst the mines. We're in such a beautiful part of the world, but yet something so deadly was mined here. And this mine backs onto one of the most beautiful national parks, and that park is Karijini. The sheer size of the mine is mind-blowing. Not only was asbestos found in the surrounds of the mine, but when we left, it was also across the road and up the road. The asbestos went everywhere, and you can see why so many lives were lost, and it's such a sad situation that was once how mining was. Join us next week as we continue to explore the Pilbara and try our hand at our own kind of mining. We get dusty and dirty, but it's all a part of the adventure.